Come on, Sam. Everything here is almost redacted. How do you expect us to work? Welcome to Tunacheki's Africa Secret Files. I'm your host, The Blank, and this is the show where we reveal to you all the secret files concerning Africa, where we expose them and inform you, our viewers, on what's really going on Africa. Thank you for joining. In today's episode, we are going to talk about how former US President's father, Barack Obama Sr., was identified as a CIA asset. So let's go through our files. These are the files that we're going to discuss today. And this came to light on a release of a new book. The book was titled White Malice by Susan Williams, The CIA and the Covert Recolonization of Africa. You can find this book online. We will give you links in the descriptions where you can read by yourself and really learn how the CIA recolonized Africa successfully. This book by Susan Williams mostly focuses on the ties between Ghana and the Congo, roughly between 1957 and the coup in Accra in 1966, and the close relationship between early paramount leaders, Kwame Nkrumah, and the assassination of Patrice Lumumba. However, she manages to cover other hotspots. William Books updates an earlier study edited by Philip Agee, Alan Ray, William Schraps, and Louis Wolff, entitled Dirty Work by the CIA in Africa. So she published this new book entitled White Malice, the CIA and the Covert Recolonization of Africa, which reminds us the likely consequences and the disastrous action of the CIA in Africa. What is this video about? Barack Obama was recently identified as a CIA asset in the United States' effort to recolonize Africa during the days of the Cold War. So, what does this mean? It is very clear and well documented that the CIA really involved itself in Africa to try to destabilize Africa, to try to set back Africa's unity, and to try to get as much resources, minerals from Africa. So the question you might be asking is why the CIA was involved in Africa. Why was US imperialism so bent on foiling Africa's self-determination? Part of it was gaining a stronghold on the continent's vast resources, like, the diamonds, the gold, and the oil, right? And the other part was guaranteeing cheap labor, particularly in industrialized countries then, like South Africa. And also, the most important part was Africa. Most African liberation movement was seen left, going towards Moscow and going towards communism. So the CIA was hell-bent to try to make Africa to be a capitalistic society, and it did this through lying, through assassinations, through devious methods. And this is all documented in this book. It spans from Ghana, it spans from Angola, South Africa, and it's well known that the United States collaborated with the apartheid government in South Africa, but then Kenya, where we land today, where the CIA was setting up assets. Right? So what is a CIA asset, right? So a CIA asset is more like a person who works with the CIA. They're no more CIA agents themselves, but they're more like CIs, like informants, where the CIA helps you in a certain way through maybe organizations, through donations, through maybe a scholarship. When it came to Barack Obama Sr., he worked under Tom Mboya, and that's where he was identified by the CIA to be an asset. He went to the United States to study, where he continued his work with the CIA. Most of what he did, it's still classified and has not yet been redacted. But but it is fact that he was identified as a CIA asset. So how important is people like Barack Obama to what we're talking about here? So the deep CIA penetration of Africa was evident in the agency's apparent recruitment of Barack Obama Sr., a protege of Tom Mboya, an anti-communist, pro-capitalist Kenyan who had served as the African representative of the International Confederation of Free Trade, which received covert CIA funding, University of Hawaii in exchange, and then studied economics at Harvard. So why are we talking about this now? These things happened in the 1960s. Barack Obama Sr. is long dead. So why is this important right now? The reason why we're bringing this to light is that this type of actions, covert actions, are happening again in Africa. The United States has been rattled by China and has seen China is taking its plaything, and now it's time for them to return again. The CIA are back on the continent, and they're trying to see how they can try to get Africa back to behaving the way they want it to behave. So that's it. We don't know for a fact. This is just a speculation, but we know right now there are many CIA assets still in Africa helping the United States achieve its goal. As you've seen, some of these are Africans, some of these are not Africans, and many Africans collaborated to assassinate people like Patrice Lumumba, to overthrow Kwame Nkrumah, right? The CIA didn't do this alone, right? They had help, and those help came in form of African collaborators, right? So these collaborators helped the CIA for their own goal. They helped the Americans for their own goal. And it's time for us to now be aware that this is happening, not to be shocked, not to be the victims. No, it's happening. Have a counterintelligence. Most Western countries have counterintelligence, right? The UK, they've got the MI6. China has got its own. The Russians have got the KGB or the FSB, right? All these people have counterintelligence for a reason. These things happened. Spying happens. It's no longer a secret. Please read the book if you have time. It's very important for Africans to open their mind and know what's really going on in this world. Yeah, so make sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let us know about our new series. Do you want more African secret files revealed, exposed, right? Do you want more information on what's really going on the continent? Here's a place to be. So this has been our first episode for Africa Secret Files. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Let us know if you like this series, and if you do, we will continue making more. We'll continue revealing more secrets. Yeah, with that said, this has been The Blank from Tunacheki, and remember, Africa is watching.